I'm sitting watching blood while it dries on my sleeve, thinking why does everyone I love die or just leave? And if I mean a thing, then why would you leave? My mind only sees the suicide side of things. At this point we can't relate if you ain't lost everything.
Okay, so what's up guys, welcome back to Westwild World. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. Gonna be very rushed. I'm gonna feed some snakes real quick. Rushing because of load shedding. I say this in almost every video. Load shedding is basically when we don't have power for about 2 to 12 hours a day. Because our government sucks absolute, you know. But I think I'm going to start with my puff adders because I've left the thing a little bit open when I was dealing with them. So let's start with the puff adders real quick. And this is my Limpopo locale puff adder. I already offered her a meal a little bit earlier because no one wanted the rat that I had. So let's see if she wants another one. She sometimes doesn't take bites and just takes it very slowly. But it seems like the one little rat was enough for her. But I'll leave that there for her. And then there's two sitting in here. The sneaky little buggers. Let's see if they want something. Okay. You want a rodent? You want a rodent, miss? I know the one behind will definitely want a rat. I just have to watch out for this Limpopo one here because she's lining me up for a bite, as you can see. But let's get this girl out of the way. Do you want this? And let's see if she wants something to eat here. She's a little fatty, this girl. She might take it. Ooh, she looks interesting. Look at how fast that strike is. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous snake. I'm going to leave another one in here. Actually, I won't. I'll leave that one in there and then they can decide who wants what. And then I'm just going to put this down. But yeah, there you guys can perfectly see how fast a puff adder strike is. I mean, literally if you blink, you'll miss it. Absolutely fascinating, fascinating creatures they are. I'm going to move on to the Mozam. You can just keep filming. No protective wear because I'm just cool like that. Watch me get venom in my eyes. I don't know where his head is. Well, my girlfriend's concerned about my safety, but she's busy poking me in the face with them. But yeah, so why I have the glasses on is because this is a spitting cobra. And he can project his venom accurately up to 3 meters, it is said. So, yeah, let's see if he will come up. There he looks like he's interested. Don't know if you guys will be able to see his head, but he's right by the water bowl now. You want to take it? Want to take it? You seem interested. But yeah, so that defense mechanism is to ward off predators. Obviously, it will burn like a son of a bitch for a very long time if they get it in your eyes. It would rarely ever leave lasting effects. I'm just going to take it now. Beautiful snake. Take it. Take it. Okay, you want it though. Whatever, I guess he doesn't want it. I'll actually just leave it in there for him. He was just about to take a bite, but I think the decapitated head might have spooked him off. But yeah, they have that defensive mechanism to ward off any predators or assumed predators. I'm going to offer my snouted cobras next. Actually, let's move on to this puppy. I don't think he will take them. I just necked him to medicate him, but maybe we're lucky because he wanted to bite everything in his path. So let's see. It was actually a relatively calm puff adder before I had to treat him. And it's also why he is separated at the moment. He got a bit of an RI from that before mentioned load shedding. Obviously with load shedding they don't get enough heat because all the artificial heat is generated from electricity. You want it? Come. You wanted to bite everything and now you don't want to bite anything. Okay. It also needs a bit more water, but I'll tend to that in a little bit. Come, bite it. Bite it. Okay, I'm not going to leave it in there because it's not going to eat it. But I'm going to move on to some other snakes. See that there. Okay, so next up is going to be my Bandits, Cobras and Old Dickers, but I doubt Old Dickers will come out to eat. But let's see if these guys want a chick. You sure as shit look like you do. Or are you just scared of it? Is that why you're hooding up, or are you hooding up for the light? So what they would do, especially for the late afternoon sun, is that they will spread their body out like that. It's not really a defensive mechanism. It would more so be just to absorb as much heat as possible. There we go. Come, bite it. Bite it. Thank you. Can you swallow it now as well, because I'm going to let go. There we go. So yeah, to absorb as much heat as possible from the last bit of sun in the day or in the early mornings, because snakes rely on that external heat source for their energy, as well as food obviously. But if it's super cold, they are not going to be motivated to hunt, because their metabolism would be very, very slowed. And this is the guy that I necked also to medicate. And he hasn't eaten for a while either. But he's still very, very healthy. She's chowing down. That is this brother's sister. It's from the same clutch. And yeah. So she's chowing down. She had 3 other chicks recently, so I'm not too worried about her. She can have that one. And then I'll move on to some other snakes. Good job. Need to move quickly. Okay, so next up is my Chinese sharp-nosed vipers. They just got a light, so let's just see if that helped with their feeding response at all. They haven't wanted food for a while. Last time I offered, they both struck at the food, but then they never ate it. These guys do survive in fairly cold temperatures, and they go into a brumation sort of state. Just watch out your fingers, cameraman. They are pit vipers, found in obviously China and other parts of Asia. They are nicknamed the 100 Paces because the myth around it is if you get bit, you only have 100 paces left to live. But it's obviously not true. They have a very, very severe necrotic venom, and it's something that you really wouldn't want to get bit by. But 100 paces is a bit exaggerated. Is a potentially lethal bite, but they just seem defensive more than food motivated at the moment. Oh, that was a defensive bite, but I'll leave it in there. And I'll leave this one in there too. And let's move quickly. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the rattlesnakes. On top of that is a pop rat. Don't want to feed that soon. The neotropical rattlesnake, Crotalus dorissus. Little baby over there. Check it in. He's actually in shed at the moment, but let's see if he will take a meal. He usually is very, very good with food. Hey, he looks interested. Let's see if he'll take it. These guys differ from the normal Crotalus species in which that they actually have a very neurotoxic venom as well as the normal hemotoxins. So a bite from this guy would be catastrophic. It's potentially more deadly than most of the North American species of rattlesnakes. It seems like he'll take it. Hopefully he will. Come. Again, he isn't shed, so I don't know if he will take it, but there we go. It's usually very good with food. But close up and move on to the next snake, which I don't know what it is yet, but we'll see. You'll see. I won't see. George the cow puppy that I just got in has just taken a meal, so I'm going to offer her another one. Just leave it over there. She doesn't seem to like to strike out at the meals. But obviously all snakes are opportunistic hunters, so they will feed on dead or live prey. They're very, very strong digestive enzymes that actually helps break down that prey. So yeah, it's fine. I'm going to move on to my red Tail Boa. Offering something to eat. And as you can see with what my girlfriend just showed you, it's very fucking cold here. It's rainy, it's miserable, it's the winter. And there's his head. Ooh, that's fine. Bioactive setups, you know. They are actually very good, and they help spiders, help with the flies. Oh my God. This brother is a bit of a dumbass. There we go. No, come. There we go. And he also shed in. Okay, do you want my tongs as well? He actually had a full shed. I was actually wondering when he would pop out a shed. It's been in shed for a little while. But you can see how absolutely gorgeous this animal is. He's just a juvenile. Very, very sassy individual. But I love him. Mwah, hey. But I need my tongs back. Whoop, there we go. And you can eat in peace, sir. Very, very good eater. Super gorgeous snake. Not very nice, but you know, can't win them all. And just threw it back in enclosure. Okay, so next up is my beautiful juvenile baboon. My girlfriend says it's on this side, which I don't agree with. You were incorrect, madam. You to fill up his water as well. But there he is over there. You can see how, well, I mean, this is a bit excessive, the amount of stuff that I put in here, but you can see how well they are camouflaged amongst the leaf litter. That's why they have those beautiful, beautiful patterns. But let's see if he wants a small little meal. He's a bit funky with food. He doesn't really strike out at it. Sort of just takes a bite. I think he will take a bite now. Yeah, come. He's always taken a bite after we stop filming, which is very, very odd. It's like he knows. But let's see if he will have something to eat. Come. 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 Look, it's a rodent. It's very yummy, I promise. Okay. Well, there we go. See, it's just about to stop fucking filming and he eats. But I'm gonna put the leaf litter back on top of him and he will take that down and take his leaf out of the water and move on. Okay, so next up is gonna be my, if I can find it, my Shieldnose Cobra. I'm gonna be offering him something to eat. These guys are fossorial species, so they live underground. That's why his house is very, very plain. But it's what... Fuck these leaves. This is a venomous species, so don't do what I did and just shove your hand in any random enclosure. But I made this very deep, so it would be a lot more comfortable. At the detriment of myself. For actually finding him when I want to feed him. I think I saw him right here. But the thing is that he can move so quickly that he can be on this side and then the other side in 2 seconds. Wish I could just shove my hand in this thing, but he is a venomous species, no recorded fatalities, but you know, I really don't feel like having my day ruined because of a bite. Let's see over there. Yeah, he's over here. Yeah, good camera woman. Hello. Good camera woman doesn't get bitten. You see? But hello. Don't bite me on my penis. That's not a very good thing. But let's see if he wants something to eat. Hello. Yes, it's food. It's food, not foe. But this is the Shieldnose Cobra. It's not actually in the Naya family. It is in its own genus. But it's just called a cobra because... Hey, you just headbutted me, bastard. Because he'll actually hood up like a cobra as a defensive mechanism to ward off predators. Let's see if he wants some food. Oh no, that's my finger. I don't think he does. I think he's just... Yes. They are super fast, but most of their strikes are just bluff strikes. That's why I got away with the little side of the head action on my finger. But then again, a bite wouldn't kill me unless I'm allergic to the venom. And from what I know, I'm not. It would just be a bunch of throwing up, a bunch of vomiting, same thing. And yeah, it can cause respiratory issues, but that's very unlikely. They are, well, not native to South Africa, but they can be found in South Africa. It's a bit higher up north in the southern parts of Africa, but yeah, I'm gonna feed that to someone else, and I'll check you guys out. Okay. So next up is my little baby Eastern Green Mamba in his new enclosure. Let's see if he wants something to eat. Again, with it being so cold, he does have artificial heating, but there's load shedding. Fabulous. And that's what I'm talking about. That wasn't the power tripping, that wasn't anything like that. That was our government basically being like, fuck you. But let's see if he wants something to eat. Doesn't seem interested. But there we might go. No. Doesn't look interested. Whoops. Didn't mean to drop that. But I'm going to power on in this and feed in the dark, but it's not going to make too great of videos. So thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. And maybe if you all subscribe, we can end load shedding.